She messaged, "I'm thinking we might need to split up." I caught her off guard by answering, "I'm on board. Your belongings will be on the front steps in 60 minutes. Her next message was a frantic jumble of "hold on." I was kidding, but I wasn't. I, 31 male, was at my workstation going over financial summaries when the notification popped up. Olivia, 28, had been running these mind games for months, but this was the curtain call she never expected. The text read, "Been mulling it over. I think maybe we should end things. This just isn't clicking anymore." I stared at it for about half a minute. Not stunned, not wounded, just unburdened. She'd been deploying this control tactic every couple of weeks, typically after I wouldn't bend to her latest demand. Last round was because I couldn't swing a random Thursday off for her co-worker's backyard barbecue. But this time I was finished participating. "Me. I agree. Your stuff will be on the front steps in an hour." The typing indicator lit up instantly. Vanished. Lit up again. Then a torrent. "Wait, what?" "I was joking. Babe, I was just annoyed. Call me. This isn't funny. I was testing you." Testing me. There it was. The confession. I muted my phone and got busy. Not the summaries. The packing. 2 years of her slowly infiltrating my space without ever signing a lease. Time to rewind that tape. Started with the bathroom. Her 17 varieties of conditioner. Why? Sheet masks. That overpriced flat iron she had to have. The medicine cabinet looked barren without her clutter. Excellent. Bedroom next. Outfits she left for convenience. The jewelry organizer on my nightstand. Those ornamental cushions that did nothing but complicate bedtime. The faux succulent she swore elevated the aesthetic. Living room. Her yoga mat. The coffee table books she never cracked but arranged for the gram. The throw blanket that matched the palette but felt like burlap. The framed snapshot of us from her cousin's reception. She looked stunning. I looked cornered. Spot on. Kitchen. Her artisanal tea sachets. The juicer used exactly twice. Stemware for the wine she only sipped for stories. The air fryer she pleaded for. Fired up once, then griped about counter real estate. 45 minutes. 6 cartons and 3 trash bags. Tidy. Labeled. Ready for retrieval. Phone was apocalyptic. 47 missed calls. Lost track of messages. Voicemails I'd queue up later for comic relief. Set everything on the front steps. Snapped a pic. Me. Everything's outside. Please retrieve within 2 hours, or it goes curbside for charity pickup. You can't do this. I pay rent. She didn't. She'd toss in for groceries now and then. By now, and then I mean twice in half a year. I'm heading over. We're discussing this. You're overreacting. It was a joke. Joke. Sure. Like when she jokingly threatened to torch my vintage concert shirts because I attended my brother's stag night instead of her office mixer. Or when she jokingly updated her Facebook to single after I couldn't swing the designer necklace she coveted. Comedy gold. 20 minutes later. Her sedan fishtailed into my driveway. She was out before it stopped rolling. Mascara already streaking. Olivia. Pounding on the door. Open up. This is unhinged. Through the doorbell cam. Your items are on the steps. Please take them and leave. I'm not going until we talk. Then I'll dial the police for trespassing. Your call. She seized the nearest box and hurled it at the door. Pure class. Then plopped on my steps and dialed back up. Speakerphone naturally. Her mom. Honey, what's going on? Mom. He's evicting me. Over a text. Her mom. What did the text say? Olivia. Hesitation. I might have suggested splitting up, but I was kidding. Even through the speaker the quiet was deafening. Her mom. Olivia Marie. You didn't. It was a test. To see if he'd fight for me. Her mom. Deep exhale. Come home. We'll sort it. Plot twist. Her mom was team me. Loving that. But Olivia wasn't finished. Oh no. This was merely Act 1 of the entitlement extravaganza. Update 1. 3 days later. Olivia's meltdown was a sight to behold. Day 1 was denial. Day 2 was rage. Day 3 was negotiation, laced with surveillance. First she pulled the classic "I'm pregnant" card. Text at 2 a.m. Olivia. We need to talk. I'm late. Late for what? My cycle. I might be pregnant. Me. Fascinating. You've been on the pill for years. Also, we haven't been intimate in 3 weeks because you labeled me emotionally distant. Pills fail. Sure. Take a test. Keep me posted. If positive, we'll manage it through attorneys. You're seriously going to make me do this solo? You ended us, remember? Your call. Silence. Shock. No pregnancy. Then came the online onslaught. Posted a tear-streaked selfie. When you invest 2 years and they discard you like garbage over a misunderstanding. Her squad flooded the comments. Men are garbage. You deserve better, queen. His loss, babe. But some shared contacts knew the truth. My friend Marco commented, didn't you dump him though? Olivia nuked the post in under an hour. Next she played the property card. Insisted I withheld items. Her late grandma's necklace. Fabricated. A charger for her tablet. Mine. Sentimental keepsakes. Be precise or stop. Cash you owe me. For what? One message. Everything you left was on the steps. You chucked a box at my door then hauled it all away. I have cam footage. Cease. Then she escalated to professional sabotage. Yes, she went there. Phoned my workplace posing as my dentist about emergency results. Reception patched her to my mobile. Recognized the voice instantly. Me. Impersonating medical personnel is illegal, Olivia. I needed to reach you. This is harassment. Next contact routes through lawyers. You can't threaten me. I know your secrets. What secrets? That you. Your search history. My fantasy football drafts and grilling tutorials. Terrifying. She disconnected. But the height of entitlement arrived when she materialized at my fitness center. 6 a.m. I'm mid-set on the bench when I spot her chatting with the desk. Staff. Sir, this lady says she's your partner and misplaced her key fob. Ex-partner. We split 4 days ago. She's not cleared. Babe, don't be like this. Me. She messaged me ending it. I concurred. Now she's tailing me. Security intervened. She was removed. Membership flagged. She wailed about me sabotaging her wellness routine. Lady hadn't darkened the gym door once in 2 years of the membership I funded. That afternoon a call from her friend Lauren. You need to take Olivia back. Me, why? She's crashing on my futon and weeping nonstop. It's been 3 days. Sounds like your issue. She aired. Everyone probes relationships. Healthy people don't. She's threatening something drastic. Like what? She booked a flight to her ex's city. Cool. Wish them joy. You're cold. I'm single. By her choice. The ex-boyfriend ploy was textbook manipulation. She wanted me to freak, plead, prove devotion with some cinematic gesture. Instead, I blocked her everywhere and resumed my routine. Update 2. 2 weeks later, Olivia's tailspin intensified when her ploys flopped. The ex-boyfriend getaway? Pure fiction. She actually crashed at her aunt's 2 towns over and posted pics faking another state. Her cousin slid into my DMs with the real tea because even her relatives were exhausted. But she wasn't finished. Far from it. She retained a life coach, her pal who completed an online seminar, to help her manifest my return. This coach, Tara, actually messaged me on LinkedIn. LinkedIn. Tara. Hi. I'm collaborating with someone from your history to dissolve negative energy barriers. Would you consider a restorative dialogue on forgiveness? No. Closure benefits both souls. Spiritual evolution. I'm closed. Spiritually and logistically. Blocked. Then Olivia tried the shared circle tactic. Started appearing at every group hangout, feigning shock at my presence. Board game night at Marco's. Oh, I didn't realize you'd be here. Marco literally texted her not to come because I'd RSVP'd. Pub quiz at our regular spot. What a coincidence. Posted about attending on her story. Beach volleyball Saturday. The universe keeps reuniting us. I bounced. Not absorbing that vibe on my downtime. Each time she'd corner someone to rehash our misunderstanding and how I overreacted to a gag. Folks began dodging her. Marco told me she spent an entire gathering tailing different guests, retelling the saga, escalating with each version. Version 1. I made a quip and he evicted me. Version 5. I was voicing concerns and he rendered me homeless. Version 10. He orchestrated this. He wanted me gone. Probably another woman. There was no other woman. Unless you count my PlayStation, which was receiving more affection now that I had tranquility. The restraining order threat turned tangible when she began loitering at my office. Not inside. She'd learned that boundary. But outside. Parked in her car. Waiting for lunch. Holding a poster. Let's talk. Security spotted it. HR looped in. They offered to summon police. I said next occurrence. Next occurrence was the following day. Sign now read. You can't ignore love. Police summoned. She received a warning. I applied for a restraining order. But the pinnacle of entitlement? She dispatched her new boyfriend to confront me. Yes, she matched with some dude named Blake on an app, convinced him I was the antagonist, and sent him to man up. This poor guy appears at my door. Chest puffed. Blake, you Olivia's ex? Me, yep. You tossed her out over nothing? She messaged ending it. I concurred. She disliked that. She said you were controlling. She mentioned the restraining order? The what? Showed him the filing. The incident reports. The cam clip of her hurling boxes. The screenshots of her admitting it was a test. Blake stood there, absorbing. Then, bro, I'm sorry. I had no clue. She said you were harassing her. Run, Blake. Run fast. Already am. Thanks for the intel. He departed. Olivia rang me shrieking within 10 minutes. Didn't pick up. But the voicemail was gold. Apparently, I sabotaged her shot at joy and turned Blake against her. Final update. 1 month later. The restraining order was approved. Olivia must remain 500 feet from me, my residence, and my workplace. The judge reviewed the evidence. Messages, cam footage, police logs, testimonies from my gym and office, and actually stated, "Ma'am, you terminated the relationship." He accepted. Everything subsequent is harassment. Olivia tried to claim it was a miscommunication, and I knew she was jesting. Judge asked why anyone would jest about separation. Her reply? To gauge if he truly loved me. Judge, that's manipulation, not communication. Order issued. But even that didn't halt her immediately. She attempted workarounds. Mailed notes via mutual contacts. Returned unread. Had her mom phone me. Blocked. Crafted burner social profiles. Reported. Appeared at venues just as I exited. Technically 500 feet. The breaking point was when she applied for a position at my firm. Different division. Same building. HR flagged it instantly due to the order. She threatened litigation for bias. Their legal department crushed that swiftly. Through the rumor mill, I learned the fallout. Lost most of her social circle when the full narrative surfaced. Lauren evicted her from the futon after the Blake fiasco. Parents required rent to stay home. Began counseling. Court ordered after breaching the order. Lost her job. Unrelated to me. No-showed post-hearing. The final direct attempt was a letter from her therapist. A real therapist requesting assistance with her closure journey. My attorney replied that any therapeutic closure must occur without my participation and within the order's parameters. 6 months on, life is serene. Dated lightly, nothing committed. Prioritized career. Earned a promotion. Home gym sans drama. Replaced all her aesthetic clutter with items I actually enjoy. My apartment resembles a grown-up's domain, not a mood board. Bumped into her mom at the supermarket last week. Tense, but polite. Her mom. I'm sorry about it all, Ryan. Olivia's working on herself. Me. Hope it goes well for her. Mom. She knows she screwed up. The testing thing. I never taught her that. Me. It's finished now. Moving forward. Her mom. You're a decent guy. She had a solid thing. Me had. Past tense. Take care. And that's it. She probed our bond by threatening to dissolve it. I called her bluff by concurring. She anticipated I'd battle, plead, demonstrate affection via some sweeping act. Instead, I boxed her items and proceeded. The takeaway? When someone dangles departure to manipulate, permit it. If they wish to remain, they wouldn't dangle. And if it's a test, it's already flunked. My sole regret? Not acting sooner. Those ornamental cushions genuinely were torture to sleep with. Oh, and Olivia? Last intel. She's seeing some guy who adores those relationship games. They quiz each other nonstop. Split every other week. Ideal pairing. Me? I'm testing nothing except my new smoker recipes and whether I can surpass my deadlift PR. Both outperforming any of her